I recently filmed a video about the best budgeting apps, and Monarch Money did not make the cut. However, they have had a lot of updates and changes, so I've decided to test it out. Today, I'm going to share the best features as well as my honest opinion. Hey there, I'm Brittany Flammer, a financial coach with videos all about budgeting and money saving tips for you and your family. I have started fresh with a brand new Monarch Money account to show you what it will look like for you. Here are some of the best features and my honest opinion at the end. When you log in, it's going to take you to your dashboard. Now, your dashboard might look different than mine because you can completely customize it. You can turn off features, you can drag and rearrange so that it looks how you want it to look. Also, in the top left-hand corner, you can see the days left on your free trial. Now, Monarch Money gives you a free 7-day trial. I personally don't think that's long enough to get a feel for it and see if you're really going to like it. So if you use my link below, you will get a free 30-day trial, which gives you a little bit more time to figure it out. You can link your accounts. You can link bank accounts, credit cards, investments, as well as property. You can add your property address and it will track the value of your home or your property through Zillow. You can also enter your VIN number and it's going to automatically track the value of your vehicles for you. So you can have all of your finances in one spot. You can track your net worth, or if you don't want to do all of that, you can simply use it for budgeting. Most of the complaints I've read about Monarch are that they have struggles linking with account. Now, they have made lots of updates. Here, I'll throw up on the screen a shot of some of the most popular accounts that link, as well as some of the ones that they've added more recently. I also found out that they usually use Plaid to connect to accounts, but if it's not working for you, a lot of times you can go through Finicity or MX. That's an option to link your accounts. For budgeting, it comes with preset groups, and then has 60 preset categories within those groups. Now, you can customize them, edit them, change the emojis, rename them, rearrange them. Like technically you can't delete any categories, you can deactivate them. So it will gray them out so they won't show up, but you can't officially delete any categories. If you do delete or disable a category and there are transactions in there, it's going to ask you where you want those transactions to go. So you can choose a different category for them to be filtered to. It did take me a minute to figure out how to do this. The best way I found to do it is to go into settings and organize your budget to you. I personally do not like their preset groups and categories. So I rearranged it to how I like it, which is what you can do for you, or you can leave it how they have it. There's no right or wrong. It's just whatever works for you. But it did take me a minute to figure out how to do that. There is no startup guide, but if you go to the help section, they have a lot of great tutorials, videos showing you how to do all of the basic stuff. It just takes a little bit of time to figure it out. If you want video tutorials on how to do these things, let me know in the comments down below and I can show you if you're interested. When you are setting up your budget, it's going to show you the past 3 months of spending for each category. And you can choose to select the average of the last 3 months or type in a specific amount for each category. The downside of this is you have to have all of your transactions correctly categorized in order for that to work. So I recommend setting up your budget, organizing it, and then going through all of your transactions first. The categorization, it's not 100%, it's not going to be perfect, but it is pretty good. I found compared to most budgeting apps, it does a pretty good job categorizing everything for you. Also in the budget category, they have a forecast, so you can look at the entire year at a glance. And I like this because it helps with sinking funds, things that you might be saving up for, like a vacation, or it helps if you have irregular income and you can kind of chart that and see it all at a glance. Now with transactions, whatever accounts you link, it's automatically going to import and automatically going to categorize your transactions for you. Depending on what accounts you're linking, how much they will import will vary. Usually you're going to get at least a couple of months worth of transactions. My credit card, for example, I linked it and got about 5 months of transactions, but it might vary a little bit. I mentioned it's automatically going to categorize things for you and it does a pretty good job, but you can change them. If something pops up and it's not the category you want, you can click on it and choose what category you want it to go to. If you do that, it's going to automatically pop up asking you if you want to create a rule. So if this is something that you regularly purchase and you want to set up a rule so it's automatically going to categorize that for you, you can do that. For example, we had a transaction from the Big Deal outlet and it was uncategorized. So I click on that and it's a grocery. So I categorize it as grocery. It pops up asking me if I want to set a rule for that. So every time I have a transaction from Big Deal Outlet, it will automatically categorize it as grocery. I click yes, and it also gives me the option to automatically sort all of my other transactions that are already imported. So I click on that and it's going to fix that for all of my transactions that it's imported. You can create your own rules. They have very customizable rules by merchant, by exact amount. For example, we have a lot of Venmo transactions and I can set it up so every Venmo could be categorized as one thing, or I pay Venmo with Venmo for our piano as well as preschool. So I can say any Venmo transaction for $125 will automatically be categorized as preschool. And I can add a rule for every Venmo transaction that is $50 will automatically be categorized as piano. So it takes a while to set up initially, but once you've done it once, a lot of it is automated for you. You can also roll over the money in your budget accounts. You can choose to turn that on or off. Say you have a sinking fund, maybe saving up for your vacation. You can put money into it each month and it will roll over and tell you your balance. Or maybe your groceries you want to roll over, because if you spend a little, you're really low on spending one month, that means the next month you'll have a lot more to spend. You don't have to turn it on, but that is an option. One thing to note with this, especially if you're using it as sinking funds, that money is not actually going to be transferred out of your account. It will just pile up in your checking account unless you personally transfer it into another account. They offer a lot of reports. This is still in beta mode right now, but they offer a lot of visual reports on your income. So especially if you have inconsistent income, you can see where it's coming from or where your money is going. With your Monarch subscription, you get one household, but you can have two members on it. So a husband and wife or two partners can view the same budget with their own separate logins. So one person creates an account and then you can invite the other person. There is no hiding. You can't hide expenses from that person, but you'll have your own separate logins. You can also invite a financial advisor if you're having someone help you with your coaching. You can type in their email address and they can have access to your stuff for 60 days. And if you decide you don't want them to have access, you can delete that at any time. One feature I like within the household is that you can tag something as needs review. So say your kid or your spouse and you have no idea what it was, you can tag it for them to review and categorize it. Customer service, in my experience, has been really good. They have a great help section with tutorials and videos. You can also chat with a bot, or you can submit a ticket and get a response really quickly, in my experience. My overall honest opinion of Monarch Money is that it is a great budgeting app, but it is not perfect and it's not for everyone. It offers a lot of features, but that means it's more complex and it takes a little bit more time to get started. If you're looking for a budgeting app that's simpler or that is cheaper but still links to accounts, there are other options. I have a video, I'll have it playing up there at the end showing you some of your other options. But overall, it is a great app. It's awesome if you want to be able to link with a partner, or if you have inconsistent, irregular income, you can use the forecasting tool to help predict that, and some of the reports will help you see your past income. So I recommend it for those that are willing to put in a little bit more elbow grease up front and want to get very detail-oriented on their budgeting. Use my link in the description box below for the free 30-day trial. That video I mentioned will be playing right up there with some of the other budgeting apps. In the comments down below, let me know if you want some more tutorials on specific things for using Monarch Money. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.